I'm sending my Aunt Tina money directly to her bank account in the Philippines with Western Union.
I-16.
She's the self-proclaimed bingo queen of Manila, and I know better to interrupt her on bingo night, even to pick up cash.
N31.
Sending money direct to her bank account is super fast, and Aunt Tina gets more time to
Bingo!
be the bingo queen. Western Union. Send money in-store directly to their bank accounts in the Philippines. Services offered by Western Union Financial Services, Inc., NMLS number 906983, or Western Union International Services, LLC, NMLS number 906985. Licensed as money transmitters by the New York State Department of Financial Services. See terms for details.
All right, so get ready for some Filipino folklore today, okay? We're diving deep, deep, deep into Chapter 12, Ang Misteryosong Manliligaw.
Oh, the mysterious suitor.
That's it, from the B1 Game Adventure and Mystery series. And you know what? You guys shared 3 different retellings of this chapter, so we have got a delicious mystery on our hands.
We do.
With juicy, juicy details to unpack.
And let me tell you, these details, they're not just, surface level storytelling here. They give us a glimpse into how Filipino culture views love and beauty, that balance between the human and the supernatural world.
Okay, see, that's what I love about folklore, It's like a window into the soul of a culture, right?
Yeah.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's set the scene. Picture this. A village nestled near a wawa. Now, I know what you're thinking. What's a wawa? Well, for those who don't know, a wawa is basically a body of water.
Right, could be a lake, could be a river.
Exactly. And in Filipino folklore, these places, they aren't just pretty backdrops. They're teeming with spiritual significance.
Yeah, bodies of water, especially, often seen as these dwelling places for spirits, deities, that kind of thing. There's this inherent power, this mystery associated with them.
Which makes this story even more intriguing, right? So we've got this village by the Wawa, and at the heart of it all is our main man, Lolo Yute. He's the one telling us the story, right? Now, Lolo Yute, he's got a bit of a soft spot for Estrella, and who can blame him? She's described as being breathtakingly beautiful, like more radiant than any other woman.
Wow.
But here's the catch. Estrella has a lot of admirers.
Of course, with a description like that,
Yeah.
That's not just flowery language. It plays a significant role. Immediately sets her apart. Not just desirable, but also hinting at, potential connection to the supernatural. Like, her beauty makes her a beacon for otherworldly attention.
And boy, does she get that attention. We've got Lolo Ute, totally smitten. And then a mysterious, unnamed suitor who seems to impart Estrella's eye. See, the interesting thing is, our sources don't actually say who Estrella prefers at first. Keeps us guessing.
Oh, that mystery. It's crucial. Plays into that classic destined lovers from different worlds trope. You see that a lot in folklore. The idea that fate, it has a hand in love. And sometimes that destiny might involve someone unexpected.
And you know what they say about unexpected strangers? Especially in stories like this, they usually come with a few surprises. And boy, is Simon full of surprises. This mysterious suitor, Simon, he makes quite the entrance. I mean, we're not talking just some guy next door. He arrives with this air of, royalty practically radiating charisma. And get this, he's from some far-off land, right? But somehow he knows the village like the back of his hand. Talk about a red flag, am I right?
Definitely raises an eyebrow, yeah. And it doesn't stop there. Remember we were talking about beauty attracting the supernatural? Well, Simon, he takes it a step further. He offers Estrella eternal life.
Eternal life. Okay, now that's just showing off. It gives me the chills, honestly. You have to wonder, what are his true motives offering something like that? Feels like stepping into a fairy tale, but not necessarily the happy kind.
Exactly, that fairy tale aspect.
Yeah.
It's often a double-edged sword in Filipino folklore.
Yeah.
It highlights that allure of the unknown, or that possibility of magic, wonder. But it's also a warning. Not everything that glitters is gold, as they say.
Right.
And sometimes the most tempting offers, they come with the highest price.
And that brings us to the next twist. Simon vanishes. Poof, gone. Not a gradual fade into the distance, no. Lolo Yute and Estrella's father, they see it with their own eyes. One minute he's there, the next he's just gone.
Yeah, this disappearing act just, further solidifies that Simon isn't just some lovesick puppy. This is where that line between, what's real and what's supernatural, it starts to blur.
Yeah.
Makes you question everything you thought you knew about this story.
It's like the story is saying, buckle up, things are about to get weird. And speaking of weird, this is where that ballet tree comes in. We mentioned it briefly. But this giant ballet tree near the Wawa, it plays a huge role in the story. Not just any tree.
Right. In Filipino culture, ballet trees, mystique, shrouded in it, are often considered, sacred.
Really?
Oh, yeah. believed to be dwelling places for Encantos.
Like spirits.
Yeah, like spirits. Imagine them as these majestic, ancient beings, embodying the spirit of nature. Powerful, often unpredictable. You don't just mess with a ballet tree.
You're telling me. And after Simon pulls his vanishing act...
I'm sending my Aunt Tina money directly to her bank account in the Philippines with Western Union.
I-16.
She's the self-proclaimed bingo queen of Manila, and I know better to interrupt her on bingo night, even to pick up cash.
N31.
Sending money direct to her bank account is super fast, and Aunt Tina gets more time to
Bingo!
be the bingo queen. Western Union. Send money in-store directly to their bank accounts in the Philippines. Services offered by Western Union Financial Services, Inc., NMLS number 906983, or Western Union International Services, LLC, NMLS number 906985. Licensed as money transmitters by the New York State Department of Financial Services. See terms for details.
The villagers, they start avoiding the ballet tree like the plague. This unspoken understanding, right, that something's not right. This palpable fear of the Encantos that supposedly live there.
And that fear, while seemingly irrational, it comes from a deep respect for the unseen world. It speaks to that, that inherent understanding in Filipino culture, that there are forces at play beyond our comprehension, forces that demand our respect.
Which honestly makes what happens next even more terrifying, because Saman comes back, just like that. He's back in the village, but this time, no charming suitor. He's furious, like spitting mad. And he slaps a curse on Lolo, Yuta, and Estrella, declares that their love, never gonna happen, and then poof, Estrella's gone, vanished.
Classic power play, Simon's true colors are showing. He's used to getting what he wants, and he's not letting something like what is it? Human emotion, love, stop him. But kidnapping Estrella, that kicks the story up a notch. Darker,
And it pushes the villagers to a breaking point. Remember that fear of the ballet tree? Well, with Estrella gone, they're convinced the Encantos took her. So they decide the only way to save her, burn the ballet tree down, drive the Encantos out.
Which, huge deal in Filipino culture, right?
Yeah.
To even think about destroying a ballet tree shows how desperate they were. They were willing to risk everything. The wrath of these powerful beings, all to save Estrella.
Talk about true love. But it shows how fear can really mess with people. They were so scared they didn't even stop to think about what could happen.
And what happens? Changes everything. Just as they're about to torch the tree, someone appears.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, imagine this. Beautiful woman, otherworldly even, golden hair trailing on the ground.
Whoa.
She begs them to stop, explains that Estrella, not with them.
What?
She's being held captive by other beings. Encantong item, dark Encantos who live under the Wawa.
Hold on. Different types of Encantos, like good ones and bad ones.
Bingo, you got it. That whole hierarchy in the Encanto world, this is it in action. It's not like all Encantos are evil, this female Encanto. She proves there's good and bad, just like with us.
So, the villagers were right to be afraid of the ballet tree, but they were scared of the wrong Encantos. Man, this is twisty.
It is, and that's what makes it so good, right? This female Encanto, she shows us that these beings, they think for themselves. They have their own ideas about what's right, And yeah, sometimes they're on our side, sometimes not so much.
So what happens? They team up with this good Encanto.
Here's where it gets really good. Remember how Simon vanished? Poof.
Yeah, that was wild.
Well, it turns out it wasn't just a neat trick. He wasn't just some lovesick dude who could disappear. Get this. He shows his true form. A gigantic crocodile with a ruby ring stuck right between its eyes.
A crocodile. Okay, now I've heard it all. We went from charming stranger to vengeful spirit to a giant crocodile. What's with the crocodile? What's it mean?
In Filipino folklore, crocodiles are a big deal. Strength, danger, all that raw nature stuff. You don't mess with crocodiles. Simon showing up as one shows how powerful he is.
But he was powerful before, right?
True, but the crocodile's like something deeper, more primal, less thinking, more instinct.
So it wasn't just about him wanting Estrella.
Maybe, maybe not. That's the beauty of it, right? We don't know for sure.
So where does Lolo Yus fit into all of this? A giant crocodile, what's he gonna do?
Lolo Yute, he steps up, becomes the village hero, confronts Simon. They have this crazy fight underwater.
Oh man.
It's intense. Lolo Yute, though, brave, determined. He even calls on his snake friends to back him up.
Snakes! Fighting a crocodile, what?
See? Deeper meaning, right. That connection to nature, everything balanced. Filipino folklore is full of that.
So who wins? Does Lolo Yute take down the crocodile, save Estrella?
He does. Brave, skilled, and yeah, maybe the snakes helped.
Yeah.
Simon is vanquished.
Yay.
But it's bittersweet. Estrella, back safe and sound.
Yeah.
But she doesn't remember any of it.
Oh no, so she's okay. but at what cost?
Exactly, and that's how the story leaves us. Uneasy, Simon's gone, but did he really lose? Lolita is still looking over her shoulder, can't shake the feeling Simon might come back.
It's like those stories that stick with you, even when they're over. They're not really over.
Exactly. And, that's what makes folklore so powerful. It's more than just a story. It gets at our deepest fears, what we hope for.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive into the mysterious suitor, I want to leave you with this. Put yourself in Lolo Yutz's shoes. After everything, how would you feel? Something to think about, wouldn't you say?
This message comes from our sponsor, Teladoc Health. There are lots of reasons for wanting to be healthy. Family, work, living a fuller life. Teladoc Health understands. Whether you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or just need to manage your weight, Teladoc Health can help. Visit teladochealth.com/whatsyourwhy for more information. That's TELADOC health/whatsyourwhy.
I'm sending my brother money directly to his bank account in India because he's apparently too busy practicing his karaoke to go pick up cash. Thankfully, I can still send money his way.
Direct to my bank account.
Yes, I know I'm sending to your bank account. Western Union. Send it their way. Send money in-store directly to their bank account in India. Services offered by Western Union Financial Services, Inc., NMLS number 906983, or Western Union International Services, LLC, NMLS number 906985, licensed as money transmitters by the New York State Department of Financial Services. See terms for details.